I don't like hearing my voice.
Well, neither do I.
Teacher, this is your chance to teach her Tagalog. Daddy, pakipulot. At the end of it, I'm thinking, what am I complaining about?
Right.
Ikaw, ano rin-reklamo mo?
Ang question ko dyan, I want to say it really. Two guys from two worlds. This is the FlipSide. New episodes uploaded on YouTube every Wednesdays and Saturdays. Now, your hosts, Jay and Noel. Now we're on. God dang it. That was like 10 years of my life I'm never getting back.
And you know the best part about it? Nobody cares.
Exactly.
Only you and the Care Bears care.
Hey man, I used to watch that show all the time.
Even the Care Bears don't care.
Right? Maybe they don't. Maybe they don't. Well, good morning, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Flip Side. We are 15 minutes late on this stupid episode because I screwed up. Nagkamali ako, ladies and gentlemen. Feeling ko ready na ako sana. Ang ganda-ganda na ng setup ko dito. Ang dami kong mga telepono, mga laptop na naka-on, kung ano-anong channel na naka-live setup na. Tapos, pag nag-live, pareho kami nakatitig sa pader.
Sa barangay ka magreklamo.
I know, right?
Sa barangay ka magpaliwanag.
Kung pwede lang sana eh. Wala namang barangay dito na kabwisin na hindi ko maintindihan. I don't know. I mean, whatever. I mean, what else are we going to do? I mean, I tried. I mean, you're not even going to give me a little bit of credit for trying. Seriously.
Oh, no. I appreciate the effort and your enthusiasm and your dedication to. But, what I was thinking a while ago when you were messaging me, okay, 30 minutes before we go live, 10 minutes before we go live. And I'm sitting in the toilet thinking to myself, did we have a discussion that we were going to be doing this live like from then on? Like once we started going live last week that you just did it as a dare. Now we're doing it again now?
Well, this is the addicting process of this one, though. I mean, you said it yourself. It's very addicting. It's, I mean, once you start, once you pop, you never stop.
And then here but so I was like, am I going to be complaining about going live? But at the same time, it's like, I'll just ride along, surf along the.
Well, what else are we going to do? Right?
Yeah. And
somebody's got to do. I mean, come on, man. I mean, you could at least give me a little credit here for the hard work that I'm trying to put on here.
No, of course, I give you credit for it because otherwise I'd be just laying in bed and not wake up until noon, until it's too hot, until it's lunchtime. So
do you really wake up at noon?
Something better to do in the morning. Sometimes depends if I sleep really late. I'm trying to. That's yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. I screwed myself up here again.
It depends. If I need to wake up early, I'll wake up early. But if I don't or if I can't.
Yeah.
Signs of depression. Working on it.
It's like a I wish I could do that though. I could never sleep till noon. I don't remember the last time I slept till noon, with all honesty. I'm always up, no matter how late I stay up. I could go to bed at like 1 a.m., 2 a.m., by like 5 a.m. I'm awake already. It's like an age thing, I think.
Yeah, I never actually caught that bug for some reason. Wish I did.
Well, I don't think you're there yet. Like sa akin, parang yung dad ko, no matter anong oras siyang matulog, pagdating ng alas 5, gising na.
Mm-hmm.
It's unbelievable,
Yeah. I that's what I mean. Like for me, I haven't quite caught up with that. So as embarrassing as it it is to admit. But on the flip side of that, it's weird. If I sleep whatever time, I'll wake up almost to the minute, like 8 hours later.
Really? Like
Yeah,
on the dot talagang gising ka?
almost. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's I wish I could do that. Hindi ko magawa yun no matter what.
Yeah.
Nakakabwisit.
Yeah, like if I sleep 4 o'clock in the morning, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, there.
Oh.
12 o'clock. But if in it, and then it but what I was saying a while ago, I've been really trying to work on waking up early. The most difficult part about waking up early is sleeping early the night before. Like for me
What
to
do you
be able to
mean? How
wake
is
up
that?
at
I don't understand that.
for me to be able to wake up at 4, I need to be in bed by 7, 8. And
Ah,
my eyes are wide awake.
right, right.
And I say 4 or 5 because that's the time that I need to get up to. If I'm going out to visit my son, that's the time that I need to get out and be on the road.
Mm.
4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, so that I don't, I beat the traffic that's between here and there. That's funny
Yeah.
how I said that. I think the traffic between here and there. Make it sound so
Okay.
smart.
As opposed to where between there and there again.
Right. Between there and the other there. So,
No, no.
um, but yeah, no. So if it's work, I can get up, but I guess it's the personal stuff. Like
Right.
sometimes if I just feel like I need to catch up on rest. Why are we talking about sleeping lately? Oh, because I also wanted to ask you if anybody's been getting sick on your side of the world, because here, like, people have been not dropping like
Oh
flies.
my
They
God.
haven't.
Pandemic.
No, no, not that quite thing yet. But for us, it's been really. I was telling you about how hot it's been, and then how cold it's
Oh,
been, and then
yeah.
there's this thing that you have to manage about your sweat and being cold in the air conditioning, and then you're not supposed to wear this, like, this really thin shirt that we wear. What do you call that shirt that we wear when we're on the motorcycle? Parang
Camiseta.
no, 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 poly, not the one that's not cotton, dry fit
Polyester.
shirt or polyester, something like that.
Right.
Not the dry fit shirt. We don't have that one. The polyester one. I think the cheaper version of cotton shirts.
Mm.
Not very good at keeping the sweat away from you. So you're not supposed to jump into like air conditioning because you're gonna
Right.
get cold or sick.
Right.
And basically that's what happened to us. I didn't change my shirt. I also got sick, and then
Are you sick too?
I did. I was, and then I just got better yesterday.
Ah,
So
ah,
the time between, Monday, Tuesday I was sick, and then yesterday I got better, and then today it's fine, even better.
ah.
So yeah, I don't think it was yeah, it was just really the sweat, the pagod, and then the aircon, the pawis, and all that.
Well, that's what makes it worse too, especially with the mugginess that's going on in the Philippines. And it's always muggy in the Philippines. It's hot. It's
Yeah.
super hot. Like literally, you step outside, yung dust sticks to you, yung libag mo, your dirt. And then
Yeah.
with that comes with all the germs and whatnot, and then you're screwed.
Welcome to my life. On top of that, any day now China can be jumping in and attacking us, so we don't know.
Right, right. Why is my camera so blurry? Did you just notice that?
I sent you a message about a couple of hours ago letting you know that your camera's blurry.
How do I fix that?
Oh no, but wait, this is a different camera. This is us.
Yeah. Wala, ganun pa rin eh.
Maybe it's your connection, internet connection, maybe.
No, I
Because a
got
while ago,
awesome connection.
I sent you a message a while ago that your camera's blurry on my end, but that's when you were using your GoPro.
Mm. Ganun pa rin. I mean, on the Zoom itself, it's like really clear, but when it translates to YouTube, it's really blurry.
Mm.
I don't know why.
Wait,
Lamig dito eh.
Buti ka pa.
Please. Bakit?
Sana all. Doesn't it worry you though that like you just brush it off, but doesn't it worry you that China or there could be a war, World War III anytime soon?
Honestly, sa totoo lang, oo. Dahil lalo na ngayon na masyado kaming malapit sa DC, sa Washington DC and the US Capitol. We're too close. We're like 30 minutes away, 40 minutes away. If anything happens, man, we're right smack in the middle of it.
Yeah.
You know?
It's funny. I was watching a documentary yesterday about why the Philippines makes invading Taiwan complicated for China. Basically is what you said, like we're right sort of smack in the middle of like everything that's going on between them and Taiwan.
Oh.
And it's complicated because that's why we're friends with the US, I guess, because the US is it's like we're like right smack in the middle of it, where it's basically prime real estate for their bases.
I know, that's even worse, paano kaya kung nag-war talaga, no? Ngayon sa Manila pa. And then I don't know if you've seen footages of the war in the World War II in the Philippines. Man, they tore that place down.
Yeah.
I mean, parang walang natirang building.
Yeah.
Nakakatawa nga na.
It's just, I mean, it's sort of just sinking in the past couple of days that I've been digging into this, Ukraine-Russia war, and then
really like 8 months later,
Taiwan. Yeah, because I know. Because that's the thing. Like I was kind of hoping or thinking that it would just it'd be a phase that it would just go away. You don't pay attention to it, but at the same time, it's like it's 2023 and we can't talk things out. Like we really have to like throw things at each other. It's like,
well, you have to understand that it's been in practical ceasefire since for over 60 years now.
Yeah. But there's also this reality that it's 2023 and we're still like building things to hurt each other. But you know what I mean? Like how archaic / Stone Age almost it seems, or it's just stupid.
Yeah. Ano pang magagawa natin? Wala na tayong magagawa. Yeah, it's there. It's there. Yeah. But
I just want to say this. It's stupid. It's there, but it's just nakakainis. Kumaga, Tagalogin na natin. Nakakainis na parang, ano ba? Pwede namang hindi ganon. Pero wala eh. Like, it's like,
buti sana kung madali lang.
Basta nakakainis lang na parang I can't dare say na it's a simple problem. I mean, it's a complicated problem, but the solution that we can come up with is
kill each other.
Yeah, parang 2023 and kill each other is still on the table. Parang ano ba?
Yeah.
Anyway, so just wanted to bleh, just barf that on the table.
Yeah. Tanong ko ba, just to lighten things up a little bit. Yung huling episode, pinanood mo ba? Or pinakinggan mo? Hindi?
A little bit. I hear it on the side because I have someone here listening. I don't like hearing my voice.
Well, neither do I. Just kidding.
It's like I'm hearing myself talk and I'm like, ano ba? Say it already. It's like get to the point.
To get it over with ba.
I don't like listening to what about you? What comments do you have for yourself?
It just felt really weird, honestly. After editing it was fun. I had a lot of fun editing it because it was kind of like nostalgic, if that's the right word.
Nostalgic.
In a way, because the way how Filipinos joke around a lot and screw around a lot.
Oh,
it's not the same here.
Yeah,
here, Americans, when they have conversations, for some reason, it always has to be about serious shit. And then when you joke around and try to make fun of each other, parang insulto. You know what I mean? Hindi lightheaded ba? Sa Pilipinas, kung magkwentuhan, may okay lang magbiruan eh. you know. But it was okay. It was fun actually. It was fun. It was a lot better than okay. I felt more relaxed. Parang hindi ba pressured na mag
Gusto mo
tawag dito.
bastusan eh, ganun.
Hindi naman bastusan. Bakit naman bastusan? Paano naman naging bastusan yun?
I not bastos like we're insulting each other, pero bastusan meaning like toilet, CR,
Mm.
ihi, tae, pinag-uusapan, mga ganon.
It's
Toilet
fun.
humor.
It's funny that you bring that up. So bago ka siguro mga 5 minutes bago tayo nag-on, mga 10 minutes. Yung anak kong babae, lately, katulad ngayon, pag nagdeposito siya sa diaper niya,
Alam na
aalisin
po
niya yung
natin.
diaper niya.
Alam na
Aalisin
po
niya bigla.
natin
Ah?
ang ibig sabihin ng deposito.
So, alam na. Alam na, alam na. Hindi,
No,
pero
aalisin kasi nadidiri na siya, ganon.
inaalis niya lang. Pero hindi ko maintindihan bakit aalisin niya lang. Alam ko nandidiri siya. Dahil for a 3-year-old to know that though, talagang inaalis niya, tapos idra-drop niya lang sa floor kahit na may droppings din sa floor, tapos pupunta siya sa nanay niya or sa akin like,
Daddy,
Mama, I pooped myself.
pick it up please. Just walk away.
So, well,
Or
yeah. So my wife is like, sumisigaw na, nagagalit na. She's like really mad, like, hey, Joe, why do you have to take your diaper off? You know?
teacher, this is your chance to teach her Tagalog. Daddy, pakipulot.
Kung pwede lang sana eh. Pero wala din. Ang mga bata dito, hindi na matututong mag-Tagalog to.
Dad, pakipulot.
Ano ba yung
Yeah.
meron akong gusto sabihin din eh. Nakalimutan ko lang. Shutok. See? Never mind. I forgot. Ang tawag dito? Wow.
If anybody might recognize, I'm wearing the same shirt that I was wearing last week.
Was it really?
That's because I want these episodes to be sort of timeless. Like you can't really tell which
Continuity. Pauli. Nilaban mo naman sana.
Hindi.
Hindi din. Nice.
Hindi.
Bango-bango siguro
This is
dyan,
the shirt. That's how comfortable I am with you, brother. Like when I so last week, the next day I think we had a scheduled like shoot, right? So
Right.
what happened was I hung this on the back of the toilet door.
Mm.
And then so we went to the location, we did our shooting. We slept over at the business hotel that we were talking about near the location, so we don't have to go back and forth. And then when we got back, I needed something to wear. And then I found this at the back of the door. So I wore it again.
Was it at least clean?
Yeah, it was clean. I only wore it 3 times before I wore it again now. So still clean.
Nice.
Still clean. Still clean. So,
nice. Baho na
yun,
yan.
wala lang.
Bango-bango siguro.
So before, balik tayo dun sa pananagalog mo at kung paano tayo nag-uusap last week na relax lang para tayo nagiinuman, kung ano-ano mga pinag-uusapan natin na CR, nakabantutan, ganun. But before that, when we first started the podcast, we were just, parang we were hanging out, like, parang we weren't concerned about viewers, listeners, or anything like that.
I know. We got caught up into it.
Ngayon, where are we now? What are we doing? What's our focus? Trying to fix the camera? Before, like, wala na.
Wala lang eh. Biglang mas maganda talaga pag before. It's just so much better when it's just casual and whatnot, where we could just talk about random shit. Although it'd be nice if it still looks better. I mean,
we keep forgetting to mention this. Since we're live, let's take advantage of it. People can message.
Yeah.
Are there other people watching? If there are other people watching, you can send in messages. If you're not, oh well, too bad. But point that I'm trying to say is, I think the nice thing that I like about being live is that you can actually talk to the people that are watching, or they can actually message us. But since nobody's messaging, I'll message you, and then you can respond on the chat.
You
Did I
message
just
me? I don't get
did
it.
I just? Of course you didn't get it because you were typing while I was talking. We're really listening.
No, no, no. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, no, because I was saying that there's only one or two viewers. That's probably you and me. And so I was
Probably.
joking that I would message you, but that
Yeah.
doesn't also really make sense. Anyway, but yeah, I just wanted to encourage if anybody is there.
Kung
Oh
meron
wow.
mang tao dyan, mag-message kayo ng kahit konti lang.
Wow.
Galing, no? Okay na ba?
Pwede.
So, merong um, tawag dito. Meron akong pinanood na interview na kay Will Dasovich.
Oh,
In-interview niya si Gary Valenciano.
I saw that last night.
Yeah, yeah. Man, I gotta admit. So, first of all, for the mere fact that Gary V is like 60 or turning 60 or whatever.
I got to
Damn,
see him in a
dude.
I got to see him in a concert once or twice.
I never did. I've always wanted to though. He looks good and moves very, very well for his age. Ang tanda na niya, tapos kung gumalaw siya, ganun pa rin. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
Tapos, I didn't know that he was sick. I didn't know that
All
Gary Vee was like that sick.
all this time, really? Yeah.
Yeah, ang dami pala niyang naging um illness, no? Naging the cancer plus he's diabetic.
Yeah,
Um,
I knew about the diabetes. But I didn't know about the other stuff. Yeah.
yeah, well, I didn't know any of them to begin with, but I do remember I never saw him in concert, but I did see him perform um in this church that I went to way back then. I can't remember the name of the church. Para siyang it's one of those born again Christian whatever that I attended to with a friend of mine, and then I saw him perform, and it was amazing, you know. At saka, I've always been a fan of Gary Vee since I was a kid, always.
Yeah,
Although
yeah.
when I moved here, I lost all of that pretty much until my late teens. Parang nawala na because I lost track basically. You know, one of my favorite songs that he ever sang was that "Take Me Out of the Dark" song. You know,
Yeah.
and for somebody like that, though, he's so positive. He's
Right.
really positive.
I think that's what's so inspiring about him. You know, that aside from him talking about praising the Lord basically on his songs and talking about it, he's not just verbalizing it. He's actually walking the walk.
Yeah.
You know, beside other than talking the talk. It's like he's really such an inspiration. Even if you weren't born again Christian or whatever your religious beliefs are, I think just the way he is as a person. Galing, di ba? So very, very inspiring.
Talagang lang positive lang siya, and it's parang light feeling ba, you know? Just listening to him talk in that interview, it made me feel lighter about myself. You know, and it's not like he's talking to me directly. Hindi niya ako kausap na diretso, ah. Pero feeling ko, just listening to him explain stuff and the way he talks in general, it made me feel a lot lighter. I'll give him that much.
Yeah, yun nga, because sabihin na you just watch the person. You just watch the person, and just the way that they carry themselves speaks a lot. Siguro, and I'm just assuming here, na parang maybe subconsciously you connect in such a way na, see, may problema rin siya, or he also has a problem. He's, whether it's health issues or whatever it is that he's going through. And he's walking or going through life like there's someone. This is how it feels for me when I watch him. Like there's someone carrying him. That there's someone not the word guiding, but nga, parang carrying him. Like my mom described this when we were hiking with my cousin Carlos before. Parang hindi napapagod. Parang meron bang tumutulak sa'yo, parang ganon. And then my cousin Carlos at that time, he was really also getting into this church thing. It just so happens to be born again thing again.
Yeah.
Na yun, na he was also saying that I think Jesus is helping me, parang ganun. But and we were kids when my cousin would say this. We're like 9, 10, 11 years old maybe.
Yeah. But
And
this guy, sorry, go ahead.
just to finish that. Na yun nga, like his belief was so strong, was so deep. Na parang it really, he says, I feel like God is pushing me forward. Parang ganun.
Yeah,
And that's kind of the vibe that I get from seeing Gary V talk about his story. Is that yes, he's going through something, but he's going through something with someone or with the Lord or with Jesus. Parang ganun. Parang it's so inspiring to see someone not like carrying everything on the weight of his shoulders. And then of course there's family, there's people that are helping him out, though, I guess.
With Gary Valenciano, with Gary V, with him, it's the way he talks. I think, the delivery of like when he speaks, it's like every sentence you can feel the emotion. I've never had a conversation with anybody like that in my life. Unless it's like that's the word. Unless they're pissed off, but that's the word. That guy, just hearing him talk, he's so passionate, and I literally felt what he was trying to convey, no matter how important or how little it was. Yeah, ang galing.
I don't know if it's such a good thing or a bad thing, but there's this saying that the Lord doesn't give you problems that you can't handle. I don't know if that's such a good thing or a bad thing, but diba, parang ganun yung vibe na nakukuha ko rin na.
Yeah. Nakakaano lang ba? Talagang the way it just conveys and relates with the positivity. It's amazing. Anyway.
And then at the end of it, I'm thinking, what am I complaining about?
Right.
Ikaw, ano rinereklamo mo?
Ang question ko dyan, I don't want to say it really. I just wish that, not that there's anything wrong with the way Will Dastovich does his interviews and whatnot, but the way he was, I felt like it was parang masyadong, it didn't suit it properly. I don't know if I'm looking at it wrong. I'm sure I'm looking at it wrong, or it's my own opinion, obviously, and it's fine. But I think it would have been better if it was like somebody that's more, that conversation was too good for it to be led by, I think it would have been better if it was led by somebody more established in that field, if that makes sense. But It was a great conversation. No knock on Will Dastovich. Great guy. Great interviewer. Love his shows. I'll watch it. Whatever. Pero, again.
Was he too young?
Maybe.
Inexperienced? Maybe. Because I, as I understand from what I picked up, Will has also been through.
He's been through a lot.
A lot. Yeah.
A lot. Definitely. I
think I didn't get any of the vibe that you're saying, but intellectually or just knowing the little background that I know of Will, yun nga, that he would be a good person to talk to Gary about it because he's been through a lot also.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I'm curious what you mean about na parang nakulangan ka ba na was it
because I'm so used to Will Dastovich being,
would you rather
kind of goofy?
Boy Abunda? You want Boy Abunda to be the one?
No, not at all. I'm just used to him being too goofy. You know what I mean?
Really?
Like, not goofy. Goofy's not the right word, but
patawa or light,
energetic. He's very, very energetic when it comes to his interviews, through his videos and whatnot, right? And then all of a sudden, having to see him in this very, very serious conversation. Granted, he's interviewing Mr. Pure Energy himself. Parang it didn't suit it, Parang I couldn't picture him doing the interview. Although his questions were great. The whole interview conversation was great. it's just having to see him next to him. It was hard to picture. It was a little bit rough. That's why, to be honest with you, I kind of like not look at it and just listen to it. You know what I mean?
Admit it. Admit it. You wanted Boy Abunda to be the one talking to Gary V.
I don't even know who the Boy Abunda is. I'm sorry. I wish I do. Who is he? Hindi ko kilala si Boy Abunda. Ano siya? Reporter?
He's an interviewer also.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I don't know who he is. Hindi ko siya kilala.
Like umu-Oprah ng Philippines.
Oh, really?
In a way.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Siya ba yung ano? Yeah, no, I don't think so. That's a different guy. Yeah, the skinny gay guy.
Oh, that's Vice Ganda probably.
There you go. Her I know. Or him.
This one.
Her?
I don't know if
him.
you could see this one. This is Boy.
Let me see. Let me see. Oh, yeah. I've seen him.
It's bald too. Looks like you.
I know. No,
Yeah.
I do like the way he talks to people, actually.
Yeah.
I do like the way he talks to people.
Yeah.
You know, must relate. Actually, yeah, he would have been better if he's sitting there but asking the same conversation or having the
Yeah.
same conversation with Gary V.
I'm wondering if it's the age. I'm betting it's the age.
I think
I'm thinking-
probably because it's such a again, no knock to Will. It's such a huge age gap that it contradicts everything. It's such a huge age gap, but looking at them and whatnot, Will has gone through so much, you know, and in very similar terms to Gary V and whatnot as well. But I don't know, you know.
Let
I
me
could be wrong.
Let me be devil's advocate for you. I'm thinking, I'm wondering, I mean, another thing to point out about interviews like that, and you see how you're telling me that, oh, you wish that it should have been like this, it should have been like that, but at the same time, it's like, who are we to say? We're just viewers. Like,
No, that's the thing. I'm stating it from a viewer's point of view, not from another person that's trying to do this. That has nothing to.
No.
Will doesn't.
No.
Yeah.
No, bro, that's not what I mean. Sorry. I'm just pointing and maybe there's no place for this in this conversation, but I'm just trying to point out how you notice how and I'm guilty of this also. I mean, as anyone is, you know how parang there's something that's they serve this to us. They serve this to us. Parang they made spaghetti, right? And then like we like or don't like the spaghetti. And here we are, the ones that are being served the spaghetti for free are saying, yoko niyan. Gusto ko ng nilaga.
Oh.
You know, or I wish it was carbonara and not spaghetti. It's like, it's free. Like, who are we to complain? We're the audience that's being served the spaghetti by these two chefs, and they put this spaghetti together, and here we are saying, gusto ko ng nilaga. Gusto ko ng,
well, the flip side on that is, as the viewers, as the audience, right? Technically, as the, I guess, presenter or entertainer, so to speak, they're supposed to feed off the comments of people that are watching. Again,
that's
don't knock
the question.
Don't knock me on it, because again, I'm a huge fan of what Bill Dasovich does.
Yeah.
You know, he's like an ambassador to what he does.
Yeah.
It's just that particular interview was just, it didn't match for me.
I get you. But I'm just speaking on the whole idea of how the audience sometimes, and we're entitled to our opinion, that the audience sometimes has this sense of ownership. It's like that, no, I don't like that. I want, yun nga, nilaga, I don't like spaghetti. It's like, then don't watch. Then shut up and, change the channel and wait
Flip
for the next
channel.
interview. Yeah. Or make your own interview kind of thing. But it's like, I'm just picking on you because we can, but you know what I mean? How you put yourself out there, or these guys put themselves out there. They made the best spaghetti that they can. Yet here we are. There's still two Monday night quarterback opinion keyboard quarterbacks like us saying, "Oh, could have been better if it was like this or if it was like that." It's like,
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I
Um,
mean?
yeah, I agree. I think I can agree to that now. And I see what your point is. I see what your point.
I'm not exactly sure what my point is, but
Well, it's are we gonna go around with this?
no, no, no. I maybe a part of me also just feels guilty because I'm sure that they did the best that they could. Yet
Oh, I'm
here we
sure.
are, still looking for the imperfections, still looking for something to complain about.
No, I've never complained about anything specifically with Will Dasovich's
Not
blogs or
complain,
shows as
but
well. I'm not or
criticize.
criticize, yes, and I've never have really. Maybe actually I did once, but still, criticism comes with good shows, no matter what. But what he's doing, the only thing what I'm criticizing about is it to me the whole conversation did not. I couldn't picture him in the conversation with Gary V. That's it.
I see you. I
You know
hear
what I
you.
mean?
But I think to
But more power
put a
to him. Do him. You know what I mean? Do
put
keep
a,
doing what he does.
to
Again,
put a cherry
like you
to
said,
put it
who are we?
to put a cherry on top of that, my idea is when I first watched it, even before he asked the first question, I was already biased, thinking, "Yep, Will's the one to talk to Gary V about this," because of the
Right.
background that I knew about Will and the background that I knew a little bit of Gary V. So even before he opened his mouth to ask a question, like his first question, I was already biased, thinking that it was a good combination.
Right. Right.
See, see how can't really please everybody.
Yeah.
So yeah, you just make the best spaghetti, and
I
hopefully
guess
it's
talagang nagiging maarte lang ako. It's like the American side that's coming out, you know?
no. I think that's the whole idea. Now we're just expressing opinions. There's my opinion, there's your opinion, and then hopefully there's a third, fourth, fifth opinion that throws their opinion in. The whole idea, I think, the good thing about it is that we're talking about it, and it gets the ball rolling, and I think that's the whole point, is
Yeah.
to see the flip side of things, like whether you agree with us or not, come up with your own opinion, and that's the whole idea. Just
Right.
as long
Right.
as we
Right.
start talking about it, and hopefully other people that are watching this will click on over and look at the video. So we're basically promoting it and talking about by simply talking about it, so that you
That's
can
true.
come up with your own opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. That's true. I mean, say la
I
vie.
try to
That's that.
I try to make lemonade out of lemons there,
Yeah. I know. I know.
digging ourselves out of the hole that
We put ourselves into.
yeah.
Anyway, so little pivot here. I was again watching. Um, so there's this guy, other guy that I'm trying to reach out to and possibly interviewing him. Um, Jonathan something. His vlogs are travelscapes. Travelscapes.
Oh,
I'll send you the
hold that
link.
hold that thought, please, Jay.
Yeah.
I want to apologize for the construction happening in the back. It's funny. I thought they were just putting up. Anyway, they're not like putting up this. I don't know what they're putting up exactly, but it sounds like they're building a tank in the back. Like it's been going on for weeks, and I thought they were just putting up like a little tent,
Right.
and then
Right.
now it turns out there's like a room in the back, and it's like a little tank. So
No.
that's what all
No.
that construction slash what are they banging on now? It's like it's not
Are they putting up a new building or what?
no, that's what I mean. I thought it was just a building, but it's like a metal structure.
Right. Right.
So that's why I joke that it sounds like they're building a tank in the
Ah.
background. So
Ah.
sorry. So travel vlogger, what's
Yeah.
happening?
So this travel guy, this travel blogger guy, I actually sent you the link. His name is Jonathan. I can't remember his last name. His YouTube is Travel Escapes. Okay. And currently he's in the Philippines. I think he has moved there already. A little backstory here is this guy is from middle America, like Alabama. Okay.
Okay.
He's from Alabama. And what he's been doing the past 8 years is traveling the world. Maybe the last 4 years or 5 years he's been in Asia.
Okay.
So about 10 months ago, 9 or 10 months ago, he's eventually landed on the Philippines. And after being there like a month, he's moved there permanently.
Let me just say that he's not there's a lot of foreigners really like vlogging about moving to the Philippines lately.
Yeah, I know.
And it's like, doesn't it speak to you, Jay?
It,
Doesn't it?
oo nga, sabi ko sa'yo, gusto ko talagang mag-move sa Pilipinas, no matter what. I mean, honestly, kung may pera lang ako, in-uproot ko na yung buong pamilya ko at nasa Pilipinas na sana kami. Honestly.
The little part of last week's episode that I did get to listen to was that part where we just sort of glazed over that. Like you said that, like wholeheartedly, like, oh, if I could just uproot my family, blah, blah, blah. You said it. And then Celestina and I were like, that's nice. Okay, let's talk about going back to the toilet and pooping.
I didn't want to say anything, but you guys literally flew by it.
Yeah. But I remember how it felt like, oh, that's just too bad. Okay, but I remember listening to that, like being the sort of audience kind of thing, like, should have talked about that a little more.
Yeah.
Or I wanted to ask more questions about that. But at the same time, maybe it was awkward because I knew that it was something that you wanted to do, but I didn't want to make you feel sorry for yourself kind of thing. I don't know.
No, I mean, I'm never gonna feel sorry about myself about that. It's a dream. I want to move back home.
I'm curious now, how long has this little dream, like this little Philippine dream of yours, how long has it been tickling you?
4 years.
Only?
Yeah. No, 5 years since my dad passed away.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why did that wake up that idea?
So my dad passed away. Namatay siya 2 days before Christmas, 2018.
Okay.
So needless to say, that was a tough. 2018 ended in a very, very tough year. Very, 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 very bad way for me.
Yeah.
And it began in 2019, began the same way. And basically it dragged throughout 2019, almost into 2020 ba. Talagang, it took me a while to really process everything inside. Pero I held it in ba. And in that process, I kind of backtracked to my dad's life. Unfortunately, sometimes it takes losing somebody for you to realize certain things. In my case, unfortunately, it was my dad. Losing my dad kind of made me backtrack on the way he lived. And in a way, kind of taking footnotes from it. Is it a bad thing doing that? I don't think so, Pero that's what basically, huh?
Do you mind if I ask you what was it? I mean, looking at your dad's life, or was it that stuck out or caught your attention?
He had a tough one.
Did he talk about the Philippines a lot?
In a way, he did towards, I gotta admit, like towards maybe the last year and a half of his life. He talked about the Philippines a lot. Where he in some ways he kind of wished he never left. But at the same time, he wished that when he came here, the flip side of that, he wished when he came here, he would have taken advantage of the opportunity better.
Wow.
Tapos, hindi naman sa hindi masaya or maganda yung buhay ng dad ko nung, when he was alive. Pero it wasn't easy. Talagang he made a lot of mistakes. Made a lot of took a lot of time to make things up, which was great, to make up for things, But the way he lived his life, I really ended up, I guess, in a way, kind of using it as a footnote, if I'm allowed to say that. Does that make sense?
Sort of.
Like, I'm taking notes, or in comparison, not comparison, but
yeah.
Do I want to end up in the same boat? Ang alam ko madami siyang regrets sa buhay niya. Alam ko madami siyang gusto sanang inayos, gusto sanang mga relasyong inayos. Alam kong madami rin siyang mga pamilya na sinabi niya sa akin na gusto niya makausap pero natatakot siya or hindi niya alam kung anong sasabihin. You know? Kasi m- hindi naman kami maybe the last 10 years or 8 years lang bago like of his life na naging close kami ng dad ko. Like talagang close, you know?
Mm-mm.
Um, and to be honest with you, the scary part about that, parang madaming trajectory or side ng buhay ko na in a way, very similar sa kanya eh. It's very, very
Mm.
similar. And that's the scary thing for me, you know? Um, and I'm not saying na it's a bad thing. Pero gusto kong ibang track ang gawin, you know? Honestly, that's why in a
Mm.
way, I've been going to the gym a lot as well
Mm.
because I don't want to go through what he went through physically as well. Like I said,
Mm.
I'm 47 now. I'm turning 47 this year. Okay.
Mm.
Around this time in his life, he was in the same case where the only difference is I'm not drinking a lot anymore. I don't smoke anymore. I'm working out. I'm
Mm.
trying to eat healthy. But my dad, at this case, at this age in his life, he was still smoking. He never stopped smoking, basically, you know.
Mm.
Tapos, umiinom pa rin ng malakas and whatnot. And, you know, like maybe the last 5 years talagang feeling ko parang ano eh, ayokong magkaroon ng regrets ng tulad
Mm.
ng sa kanya. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, maybe food for thought here. Not really a comment on what you just said, but I was just thinking in terms of, how we, because I have that saying also now, oh, I don't want to be like my dad, blah, blah, blah.
Mm.
I want, or the more positive flip on saying that is, or the way my dad would say it is like, just try to make sure that you are like a better version of me. But
Exactly.
if I went all the way to the other end of what my dad just said, no, I don't want to be like you at all. But what I'm saying is the effort to try to be a better man or a totally different person, you're trying so hard, and then you realize you're doing the same thing that this other person's doing.
Mm.
It's just in a different language or a different way.
Yeah.
Pero parang you're doing the same thing. So like, what's really the difference? Like, yes, I'm working out versus my dad wasn't working out. Yes, I stopped smoking and drinking versus my dad never stopped smoking, drinking, for example. And yet I'm doing other things that are doing the same thing because of like the internal stuff that you
Yeah.
didn't like really, that I didn't really work on,
Uh-oh.
and my dad also didn't work on. So so it's like just different manifestations or just different versions of the same thing. So you're walking on two different paths, but you're going to end up in the same trajectory if you don't really work on.
Let me preface this real quick and let me point this out real quick. Personally, with my dad or for him, his biggest thing is the thing that he regrets the most and he considers his mistakes is himself as a his inner demons, so to speak.
Mm.
In a way, yun din ang binabattle ko sa sarili ko. But in regards to being a human being and being a person as he is, I only wish that I could be as half as a decent man as he is. You don't understand. Nung sa funeral niya, sa viewing niya, all we did was, so nagrent ng funeral parlor, maliit na room, and then just posted it on Facebook. There were so many people that came that they had to open up the other rooms and open up the partition wall so that everybody can be accommodated.
Wow.
The
Was
number of
that
people, was that a surprise?
yeah?
1,000%. 1,000%.
Like who are you? Like you weren't
Yeah.
invited.
No, I'm not kidding. There's people that he had that we don't I've never heard of or whatnot, that siya ang ginawang ninong sa kasal, siya ang ginawang ninong sa mga anak nila. I don't even know these people. The barrage of comments on his Facebook page about his passing and whatnot, and the positive comments and so forth and whatever, and the amount of people that came there, the people that I met, it was very, very, very surprising. I mean, and these are people, a lot of these people as well, that his coworkers that he hasn't worked with in like over 5 years or so, because he's been retired. They just saw the Facebook page and they came to the funeral.
Yeah.
If I could be as half of a person he is in regards to the way he is with everybody else around him, I could only wish. Pero, it's still tough for me. Kasi,
yeah, I bet.
So dito sa Maryland siya nakatira. Dito ako sa Virginia. Na morning na matay siya, basically. Nakita ko na lang yung kotse niya outside my window, nakapark lang doon. And I thought I was just waiting for him to come in. And then, I don't know, hindi siya gumalaw for like 5 minutes. So tumakbo ko sa palabas. I was the one that caught him there, basically. And I was the one that called 911. Yung emergency.
Oh, wow.
So having to see that, I was the one that was there at the hospital first. I was the one that had to tell all my siblings. I was the one that had to make a decision for a specific operation or procedure that needed to be done, you know. And it sucked. I don't cry a lot. I don't. But at that hospital at that time, I felt the weakest person I've ever been in my entire life. I didn't know what to do. I was too afraid. I have to admit, there's still times where I picture him, because usually in the morning, I'm come down getting ready for work. I'm having coffee, and he usually spends like a week or two here at my house. He's just down here having coffee or on the couch doing his crossword puzzles. Yeah. And it's tough. And that's the tattoo here.
What's that
his college quote is, "While I breathe, I hope." And then July 10, 1947, December 23, 2018. That's college his college quote and his Sorry, I didn't mean to damper this whole thing. Pero
no, it was bound to happen.
Yeah,
I mean, it was bound for us to talk about it. It was never something that I wanted to press you on.
Honestly, that's the biggest. And since then, talagang, in a way, it's what my dad wanted. He wanted to move back home, to be happy and to be lighthearted. You know. In a way, I'm kind of, I guess, part of me wants to do it for him.
How old was he again?
72 or 73. 72.
It's funny.
72.
Not to change topics or ignore what you just said. No, I'm trying to let that sink in also, but just to try to make things a little lighter. My dad, when I was about 19, 20, when I decided to get to know my dad, because my parents were separated, and being a guy myself, I was curious about what this male figure was all about. And he, by that time, he happened to be based in Cebu, manager of Philippine Airlines, that kind of thing. So it was at the airport, and I went there to visit him. And then, wait, where am I trying to get to this story? Bottom line of the story was when he retired like 2-3 years later. So his last airport station for Philippine Airlines when when he decided to retire was in Cebu.
Mm.
Like 10 years later, I decided to move to Cebu. So for me, maybe what you're saying, from you're in the States and you wanted to move back to the Philippines. Ako naman, from Manila, parang there was something calling me to live there because that's where my dad lived for 10 years also. That he was stationed there for 10 years before
Yeah.
he decided to retire. And to my dad's credit, he had like 2 or 3 years before they had to issue like this mandatory retirement for him, where he'd be like 40 years in the company kind of thing, and then there's this like really big package that they give you, I think, if you're in the company for that long.
Mm.
But he was telling me and his mom, my lola at that time, like what would I do with the for these last 2 or 3 years with the company where I could be spending it with you guys. So that's what he did. And every now and then he still talks about it, whether he should have stayed or he should have left, and I think he's glad that he left.
Yeah.
But sorry if I'm going all over the place with this story, but at the end of it, that's where I sort of, I guess, empathize with you, or that's where I can feel you when there was this like really strong something that was like telling me to move to Cebu for a while.
Mm. Mm.
And it was funny because my dad was here he retired, he moved back to Manila, and then 5-10 years later I was like, Dad, see you later, I'm going to move to Cebu, where you just came from. And I just felt like I needed to sit there. I don't know if the word is find myself or whatever, but I just felt like it was right for me to get out of Manila and then move somewhere.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was Cebu was really calling me because my dad lived there for a long time.
I
I don't
was
know if
just,
that.
yeah, I mean, I was just trying to figure out a way to get to know my dad when I was 36, like I said, And in your
Mm,
point, it seems like hindi kaya subconsciously, in a way, just to piss him off. No, no offense, okay?
oh no, 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 no. On the contrary, I wanted to know what he liked about the place so much, and I wanted
Ah,
to appreciate that. It's like when someone says, "Hey, this is my favorite movie." I want to watch the movie because I want to see what you like about the movie.
yeah, yeah,
It wasn't an insult for him because I wanted to get away from him. No. Eh, on the contrary, I was curious about what he was so in love about, because he loved the place.
right.
He loved
Why
Cebu.
did he
He
move
really,
back?
because this is where all his properties are. This is where he grew up, kind of thing. He wasn't really Cebuano. I mean, he
Oh,
wasn't really. He was, he for him, parang his home would be Manila.
yeah, yeah.
But I was just curious about what Cebu was all about. And it wasn't enough for me to just be visiting him on the weekends.
Mm,
I really wanted to, you know, plant roots and grow seeds there, so to speak, and really live there. So that brings me back to you. Why don't you just visit? What's this whole drama about, like, oh, moving my family? Why don't you just visit here a couple of months, 6 months or whatever the visa allows you, and then go
Well, I
back?
mean, it's not that easy. If I'm going to visit, only visit's only going to be at the max, what, 2 weeks? Kasi
Mm-mm-mm.
may trabaho pa eh, you know?
Mm-mm. No, I'm just
At
saying,
saka,
it
if
sounds like such
ever,
a drastic thing.
well, it's not as drastic as you would think, okay? Ang ano kasi dyan, ang point of view mo is from somebody who has spent your adult life there. So obviously it's easier and it would be better somewhere else in a way, opportunity wise, you know.
Wait, that's so strange. A while
Uh,
ago, I was complaining about the angle grinder and the construction, and then now all of a sudden it just started raining. It's weird. Sorry, distracted.
it's it's fine. It's fine. Um, ano sinasabi ko?
Yeah, no, you were saying that it's not as easy as just moving.
Yeah, actually, pag mag-vacation lang, it's what, 2 weeks, and then what?
Mm-mm.
Just to tease my ongoing you know, I
Yeah.
guess dream or want to move
Mm-mm.
back home with just 2 weeks. That'd be pretty crazy, right?
Mm.
And then what when I get back here, pagbalik ko dito after 2 weeks ng vacation sa Pilipinas, nagmangiyak-ngiyak or naghahanap ng rason na naman na buwisit sa buhay, wanting to go to just
I
move to the Philippines.
I'd take it if I had the opportunity to visit there for a bit, even just for a couple of weeks, even if it's breadcrumbs, for me, I'd take it.
Yeah,
Ako
yeah,
mas okay yung konti kaysa sa wala.
that's true. I mean, don't get me wrong. I still want to vacation there. Magbakasyon man lang, you know? Pero,
Mm.
ideally, it'd be nice if I could financially na madala ko yung mga pamilya ko sa Pilipinas at dyan sila mag-aral.
Yeah.
Pag matanda na yung mga anak ko, kung gusto nilang dito sa Amerika tumira, di bahala na sila, matanda na sila.
Jason,
Oh,
may kasabihan sa Tagalog.
oh.
Pag gusto, gagawa ng paraan. Kung ayaw, palagi may rason. Parang ganon.
Unfortunately, yung saying na yan, mas applicable sa Pilipinas lang. Dahil mas madaling gumawa ng paraan sa Pilipinas kaysa sa dito. That's
What?
just the fear. Yeah.
That's the land. You're at the land. You are literally in the land of opportunity. This is not the land. This is the pearl of the Orient. You're at the
Land of,
land of
see,
opportunity.
that's a whole different debate because yes, it is the land of opportunity within reason, within limits.
Mm.
With everything here, you gotta bust your ass just like everywhere else. You
Yeah,
know,
same
and
here. And then
unfortunately, nowadays, yes, it is the land of opportunity. The opportunity is there. Okay. Even unfortunately, kahit na isang tao, trabaho ng trabaho, nagpapakahirap day in, day out. A lot of the times, they have nothing to show for. Do you know that the poverty rate in this country is ridiculous?
even more so here.
No, I wouldn't compare it to there, but for a country like this, it shouldn't be the way it is. That's my point.
I was gonna joke and say, yeah, it's the land of opportunity there. You just work hard. If you don't get shot, you'll be fine. You'll move up.
Yeah, basically.
Over here, you work hard. You're not. It's like running on a treadmill. You're not gonna get anywhere.
Yeah, you know what? Ganun din dito. Believe it or not. Ganun din dito. I'm not even kidding. Ang
Unless
hirap-hirap
you.
din ng buhay dito. Like sinabi ko sa'yo, this is America, the United States of America. Okay? Ang yaman-yaman na country na ito. I wouldn't say it's the most powerful country anymore. Pero, bakit ang dami-daming naghihirap? Bakit ang dami-daming nagugutom? Bakit ang dami-daming hindi makapag-afford ng health insurance? Bakit ang dami-daming mga tao na hindi gumagraduate ng high school? Bakit ang
Bakit nga
dami-daming
ba?
mga tao na hindi kumakain? You see what I'm saying?
Bakit nga? Kasi
Paano? The rich stay rich and the poor, there's no such thing as a middle class anymore. Before, this country thrives in the middle class. Okay? Because it's the middle class that runs the ship. Now, kung mayaman ka, mas lalo kang yayaman. Kung mahirap ka, or mid-level ka you think, it's hard to go up and it's easier to go down.
yeah, I remember hearing recently somewhere na yun nga the bigger disparity between the rich and the poor, like the something, but so there's something negative going on versus like countries that are, yeah, there's rich, middle class, and poor, but the difference is not that big. You know, it's still like they're all still within the same sort of
realm, so to speak.
realm
Yeah.
of reality. Yeah, versus yeah, like the US and then the Philippines. Yeah, the rich and the poor are really like.
I mean, yun lang talaga. I mean, ang hirap-hirap ng mahirap din ng buhay dito no matter what. I mean, yes, it is the land of opportunity, pero within limits lang talaga. Limitado lang talaga. Bakit kaya pagdating ng mga Pilipino rito, ang dami-dami din nilang gustong umuwi? Because, yes, easygoing ang feeling sa Pilipinas, wala ganong stress or whatever. But that's not true. Everybody has problems. Everybody tries to make solutions and whatnot. The problem there is here, it's always stress. Sa Pilipinas, kahit na dito, they don't know how to make the best thing or look at the brighter side of things. Hindi tulad sa Pilipinas.
I thought you were gonna say, John, di sila marunong mag-flush ng toilet na hindi na gumagamit ng balde.
You know, I mean, honestly, masyadong maarte itong country to. It's, I'm sad to say, but you know, I'm an American citizen. Do I love it here? Yes. Would I want to spend the rest of my life here? Probably not. I don't know. Hindi ko lang alam. Kasi sa ngayon, ang puso ko nasa Pilipinas eh.
You know.
Mas gusto ko umuwi sa Pilipinas ngayon. Again, I equate that because of how my dad is, what my dad and I had conversed to. In a
So
way,
next
parang
episode,
gusto kong...
You have a
gusto
Philippine
ko-
flag there behind you, huh?
I will. Parang gusto ko lang, I guess, in a way, I kind of want to fulfill his unfinished business.
And I'm sure your dad would have. Did you guys have conversation? Talk about that? Did you
Yeah.
talk about him moving back or you
He's
moving
always
back?
wanted, I mean, at least within the last, maybe, like I said, year and a half or 2 years of his life,
Mm.
the number of times that we had conversations about in the Philippines. Oh, man. It's, it's a lot, you know, and he's really, I guess what stuck to that the most, like I said, our life in the Philippines was rough. Okay.
Mm.
And during those conversations was the first time ever that he's ever apologized to me.
About what? Wow.
The way things in the Philippines. Like I said, di ba nga
He apologized to you?
nung
Your life
iniwan
back here, yeah.
Yeah. He apologized to me about the life growing up in the Philippines.
Wow.
You know? And yeah, I owe him a lot of apologies that I never there's a lot of things that I wanted to say to him, but I never got a chance to as well. So
yeah.
Anyway, wow, a little bit all over the place today, huh? Naks naman. Ano ba yan?
Wait, hold on. I wanted to ask you if you wanted to keep talking about that or something else, but now I don't know what that something else is and what that is because breakfast just walked in the door again. It's like, Alexa, close the door, please, huh?
You know, that's what I'm gonna call her now, Alexa.
Siri, Alexa, Siri. I don't even remember what their names are anymore.
Alexa,
Siri.
kape nga. Alexa, kape.
Yung pinto, pakisara, ha?
Anyway.
Yeah, there's something important that I was going to ask you, but
No,
I
go ahead.
remember what it was. No, I don't. I really can't. I don't remember. I was like stuck in listening to what you were saying and
It's
trying to remember what it was.
Yeah. Anyway, well, if you come up with it, let me know. I'm definitely open to any kind of questions that you may have in regards to that.
Oh, well, okay. Just a quick one that's staring me in the face. Did you want to mention? Because we kind of got lost and segued and sidetracked about your dad and everything because you brought up this vlog or this channel that's caught your attention. And I said there's other things that you wanted to.
I forgot. Yeah, I forgot. This guy, oh, well, yeah. I mean, this is like it's just another guy who's literally from the damn smack in the middle of America, Alabama, decides to move to the Philippines. And he's made all that decision in less than a month. Because he's experienced.
No family.
Huh?
No family?
No, he's single. Yeah, but still, for anybody to move just like that, it's not an easy thing, you know? But the experiences that he's had in the Philippines go both good and bad, but for the most part, he's like all for it, you know? Nice guy, travels all over the Philippines, and he's still continuing to do so. And then the funny thing is, after 2 months of being in the Philippines, he decided to go home to the US to visit family and whatnot.
Mm,
And then he has a vlog about a complete difference of like how life is here in America and everywhere else in the world,
mm,
you
mm,
know? And he equated most of it in regards to the Philippines because he spent most recently the last 2 months of his life before going back home to the US in the Philippines, you know?
mm,
And the people, how nice the people is, how even though people are poor and are struggling, they still manage to find and muster the energy to have a smile on their face every day. The little things that they can enjoy themselves with, like playing, um, uh, with the slippers and then in a can.
mm.
You know what I mean?
Um,
Tawag doon?
tumbang preso?
Yeah,
No, it's
naglalaro ng
not tumbang.
tumbang preso na
Yeah.
nai-enjoy ang mga bata, you know,
Uh,
na the sense of community sa Pilipinas na kilala mo mga kapitbahay mo. Hindi tulad here sa Amerika, halos hindi mo kilala ang kapitbahay mo, tagal-tagal mo ng uh, kakapitbahay. And I can relate to a lot of it kasi katulad niyan, nandito kami sa bahay na to, magsa 7 years na or 8 years, pero hindi ko kilala yung mga kapitbahay ko sa harap. Hindi ko kilala yung nandito sa left or right ko. You know what I mean?
I
Walang
gotta tell
sense,
you,
sense of community in a way.
I just found out a little bit more about this famous American, what do you call this? Mediterranean diet.
Mm.
It's supposed to be the healthiest diet in the world, where people are expected to live life expectancy is like in their 90s, not just the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
This Mediterranean diet pala turns out to be something that started in a Mediterranean island, a specific Mediterranean island. I forget the name,
Okay.
but yeah, like long story short, aside from all the stuff that they're eating, maybe the secret ingredient about that whole Mediterranean diet also is that
Oh,
sense of community.
yeah.
That sense of community where it's a small place, they're not rich. It's a little fishing village kind of island, and they all live longer because they are carrying, I guess, each other's problems in a sense that yun nga, sense of
Yeah.
community. It's
Yeah.
not necessarily just the food that you're eating. There's also that sense of being able to live in a community where you actually know the name of your neighbor, and your neighbor sort of knows you. And
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying na ganun talaga lahat dito sa Amerika. Hindi naman lahat, but
mm,
it's it's not as open as it is everywhere else, it seems like, People in the Philippines, no matter what the stature in life is, and no matter how hard life is, it's impressive how they can manage to just make the best out of it. And the hospitality. Don't even get me started with the hospitality of people over there. Grabe, impressive talaga. Ito mga like this guy ha. Meron siyang he's just walking around somewhere in Cebu or wherever Bohol that he was, and just comes across a random family who does not have a lot to begin with. Okay, they're having like a little family day. There's not a lot of preparation, not a lot of food, whatever, but they just offer him, come here, come here, come here, eat, eat with us. Random stranger in the middle of nowhere, you know. But I ask myself, does it equate? Maybe it's because the guy is a vlogger and has a camera, you know? But I don't think so. I don't want to
right.
believe that. I think ganyan lang talaga mga tao sa Pilipinas. Kasi meron din sa mga kwapa Pilipino, ganun din.
If there's one skill that I could teach my son or any of the kids, it would be two things. One, that you can express yourself, and then the second thing is that you something about that. That's not something about being able to like mingle with other people or talk to other people. You know what I mean? Like even because if you're so skilled at something but you can't talk to people, useless. If you can't
Useless.
express yourself, useless. So I'm so
Exactly.
jealous or envious about people that can do vlogs like this where they can actually do the experience and express their experience, their emotions, their feelings on camera at the same time, because I do that, and I'm like, I'm a loss for words a lot of times.
Yeah. Yeah.
When I do like videos like that, I'm the type of person that just takes a video, but I'm like really just
Yeah.
I'm not like one to express my emotions. I like to.
On the flip side of that, buti naman sana kung ganun din ang mga Pilipino dito sa Amerika. Pero hindi eh. Hindi lahat. Hindi lahat. That is one of the best things I said na tungkol sa mga Pilipino rin, especially overseas last episode, is Filipinos are so amazing at being a chameleon and like adapting themselves to the environment that they move into. The bad part about that is Filipinos are amazing at adapting themselves to the community that they migrate to. You see what I'm saying there?
I couldn't help myself but think about what your stories when I was listening to. Are you familiar with Andrew Schultz and his group? They got like a little podcast, and they interviewed Joko, and then they were joking about how his mother is white, that kind of thing. It just came out a couple of days ago, and I was looking at snippets of it, skipping around, and he was telling about his story, about how he was trying to sell or put his comedy special on Netflix. And how I think the long of the story, I don't know how much of this was a joke or how they were joking about it, and if it's not true, or if I misinterpret or misunderstand the facts or the information that they were saying here, if I'm butchering it. But he was saying something about the Netflix official or person that he was talking to is also Filipino, and to the effect of that they didn't want to get his Netflix because he's also Filipino, and how they were. I think the joke that they were saying
they're
was
stereotyping it too much.
That it was too specific.
Yeah.
To being Filipino, something like that. And then yun nga, like, I couldn't help but think about if he's relating to the same story, the way you were talking about how parang we're racist to ourselves.
Not racist, prejudiced.
Prejudiced, like Filipinos are prejudiced to other Filipinos.
It happens. I think, unfortunately, like I said, kinaramihan din sa mga, sad to say, madami mga Pilipino rito na ganun din talaga. For some reason, it's like nagiging snob sa isa't isa and always wanting to be better than the other Filipino type of thing. You know what I mean? Parang they're always trying to outdo each other.
Yeah. And is it like, if we're talking to a foreigner, it's like we're all, hands and knees, like, oh, what do you want, sir? What do you want? Pero pag Pinoy, ay, Pilipino pala to. Anong kailangan mo? Parang
yeah. No, I've experienced that so many times here in America. So many times. At Filipino restaurants, at Asian stores, at Filipino festivals. All right. There's the Filipino festivals here, or Asian festival where there's a Filipino branch or booth, whatever. Jesus. I went to a Filipino festival in DC at one point, This pissed me off. And there was this one Filipino booth selling Filipino food, street food. They were having street food like isaw, corn on the cob, barbecue, whatever. Right? There was a couple of white guys in front of me. Charged them $3 per stick barbecue. Okay. I ordered the same thing. All of a sudden, it's $5 each.
Kasi Pinoy ka?
I don't know. How else am I supposed to take that?
You're the foreigner all of a sudden.
My point is, there's not my point is, but how am I supposed to interpret that? You know what I mean? Anybody in my position, up to now, I'm still boggled by it. And this is like over 10 years ago. Just the experience like that. Tapos tinagalog ko pa siya. Sabi ko, bakit iba presyo? Bakit mas mahal sa akin? Ang sinabi sa akin, ay hindi. Yun talaga ang presyo kasi binigyan ko lang ng discount dahil, first time daw nila. I'm like, come on, man. Are you kidding me?
First time ko rin .
I should have said that. Dapat sinabi ko, first time ko rin. Binuwi mo, almost double, tinubuan pa ng ₱2.
That's not ₱2. That's $2. That's
Well,
100 pesos.
that's 200 pesos. Yeah. You know? Pero yun na nga. Pero ang sinabi niya lang sa akin, binigyan niya daw ng discount dahil first time daw nila makakain ng Filipino food, di ba? But I didn't hear them say that.
Yeah.
Tapos sabi ko, actually sinabi ko sa kanila yun, wala ka namang sinabi sa kanilang discount Tapos wala, yan talaga ang presyo, whatnot. Nagalit pa sila sa akin dahil when you order it, papaluto mo na and then you pay. Right? So hindi ko binayaran. I said, never mind, alis na ako, punta na lang ako sa kabilang booth. Ako pa ang sinigawan.
Hey, while we're ranting and raving about our stories here, there's Toy Stash TV. Hi, big bros, Munchie in the house. Sorry for the late entrance. You both rock.
Nice,
Sharing and
nice.
watching from St. Cloud, Florida.
Thank
Toy
you
Stash
for
TV.
watching.
Munchie. Yeah. That's awesome, man.
Well, thanks for watching, Munch. Munchie. Kamusta na, Munchie? Anong balita, Munchie? Ang tawag dito, kalimutan ko na yung sinasabi ko tuloy. Well, anyway, so yun nga, yung barbecue. Biruin mo na lang, nakabwisit naman yung ganun. Bakit biglang, why? I don't get it, you know? And that's just one of the few times that I've actually experienced shit like that from other Filipinos here, you know?
Yeah, a couple of times I've been in a hotel, you know, we're, let's say, having breakfast at, the hotel breakfast. You know, foreigner asks for, I don't know, whatever, extra sauce, extra like marmalade, syrup for the pancakes, whatever. And then the staff are like, yes, sir. You know, they're like, uy, kalma lang. Like foreigner lang. Like, you know, we get really like over zealous or OA when it comes to like the hospitality for foreigners. But it's like, remember, he's the visitor in our country. Like, kalma ka lang. You let him wait.
Yeah.
Why? Wait, hold on. I didn't hear. I think wants to say something.
Hala.
Kasi may tip daw yung foreigner. That's why we're kissing ass. Because for the tip.
Oh, that's such a bad way of putting it then. Totoo kaya yun?
For me, as a fellow Filipino having the same breakfast as the foreigner, I wasn't asking for anything, but I was just watching how the crew were, falling head over heels, bending over backwards to get him extra service that he wanted.
Oh.
I was like, dude, he's visiting our country. Kalma ka lang. I'm not saying don't serve him. Don't give him the extra service. Give him the extra service that he's asking for, but at the same time, be proud of yourself. Don't like just because he's a foreigner, you're going to baka kasi nakakahiya or what. It's like, yeah, but if he wants, hook, line, and sinker, you're also going to give it to him. If he wants your wife, you're gonna give it to him or something. Parang ganun na eh. Like it's almost like just calm down. He's just asking for extra syrup. He's not asking for the moon and the stars. Parang ganun. So parang yun lang, nakakaano lang minsan na parang okay na yung hospitality mo. Parang kalma lang. I know we're a very hospitable country, but don't give it too much. Parang just
hindi ko naman sinasabing lahat ng Pilipino dito ganun, okay? Just to make sure. Like actually there was this one time nasa Virginia Beach ako. Tagal na. Nagstay ako sa Holiday Inn on the boardwalk. Sa hotel. This was the time when I was still smoking. So nagpunta ako sa labas, magyoyosi. May mga Pilipino na nagtatrabaho sa hotel. They're having a break and they're having their snacks right next to outside the hotel. Pandesal with hot dog. And they offered me one. I took it. Kamusta pare? Tagasan ka? I was like, oh yeah, it was awesome, right?
And then
that's it. I mean, I'm just saying, like it's not everybody's the same. But unfortunately,
Yeah.
Yung mga maliliit na yung that it only takes a few to ruin somebody's point of view.
Yeah.
Oh, that rhymes. It only takes a few to ruin somebody's point of view. Next one. Anyway, ano ba
I
yan?
think at the end of it, I think at the end of it is really just Nux. Follow your heart.
Oo na. Oh, sige. Okay, I think we are done for the day. Tagal na rin natin palang I didn't even realize it's been over an hour. Holy crap. Ano ba yan?
Yeah. How would you wrap it all up and tie it up in a nice little bow? Or what we just sort of talked about today.
That no matter what, okay, here or there, remember this, people. No matter where you are in the world, may it be here in America, in the Philippines, sa Pilipinas, or in Europe, in Spain, Africa, Central America, no matter what, there's always that one Filipino that's going to leave a mark on your life, and it's going to make you smile all day long. Maraming
There's always
salamat.
going to be one Filipino.
Yeah, there's always going to be that one Filipino guy or person that's going to leave an impression in your life that's going to make you smile every time you think of that person. No matter what, which is true.
Okay.
Tignan mo, deep in thoughts itong gagawin to. hindi applicable sa'yo yung taka.
Paano na? Naging tanga pa. Grabe naman.
Iisip mo kagad na, may na-touch na kaya akong tao sa buhay ko.
Yeah.
I just ruined it. Sinira ko bigla yung saying ko eh. Buisit na. Whatever.
Yeah, ako na-touch ako na si Munchi nanonood. Toy Stash TV.
Oh. Hoy, Monch. Anong pagkain natin yan?
Ano na?
Anong pagkain natin yan?
Anong pagkain natin ngayon? Ingat kayo. Hopefully live this... Ano? Ingat kayo. Hopefully this live is saved. Next naman.
Huwag kang mag-alala. Lalabas to before Saturday. It will be on before Saturday. Listen, if you're listening, Moonch, if you want to be on the show on Saturday, jump in. I'll let you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Or while we're still on, is there anything else that you're that's keeping you busy right now, Munch? Anything that we should watch? I saw his I don't know. I don't think it's recent, but I saw a video of his last week where he was kakatuwa lang eh. Simple lang yung mga videos niya. Pero may effort talaga na you know how peanut butter with jelly, ano daw?
Peanut butter and jelly with local honey.
Lactate milk? pati yung milk mo, lactate milk talaga. Ano yun? Yung... Aray ko. Ano
He had
daw
a
yun?
video.
Peanut butter and jelly with local... What's local honey dip? Anong ibig sabihin ng local honey dip?
Bastos ba to? Meron ba ako hindi nagagets dito?
Alam ko yung lactate milk, yung parang ano yung... Pero yung, ang hindi ko alam kung ano ang local honey dip. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Meron bang hidden meaning dyan na hindi natin alam? Yung, local honey dip,
He had a video recently with a police car.
I saw that. That was so funny. Hindi, what I want to know is, ano yun? Kung nandiyan ka pa, yung police car na ginamit mo dun sa video mo, ano yun? Totoong police car yun?
Yeah, I'm sure it was. It was just parked in front and he made a video out of it.
Well, sabi ni Munch, honey dipped in, what? Dipped in lactate milk? Anong dinip mo sa lactate milk? Yung peanut butter and jelly. That sounds gross, bro. Peanut butter and jelly dipped in milk? Tama ba yun?
Parang may bastos dun somewhere. Hindi ko lang nagagets.
Oh, sabi ko sa yung lactate milk at saka yung honey dip. Merong hidden meaning yun eh. You know?
Parang
Ikaw
matatapos na naman to sa kabastusan
nasa banyo yata itong si ano eh. Si Munchi eh. Hindi naman siguro. Kayo kayong bastos.
Don't forget the courtesy flush. Oh, it was
Anyway.
funny. Okay, let's end it with the toilet story. I was in SM one time, and the best toilets to go to when you're at the mall is always at the top floor or the highest one that you can go to.
Yeah.
Because the one at the bottom, right? That's where everybody goes. So there was this one time we were at SM Mega Mall a couple of weeks ago. I was at one of the stalls, right? And I had to go in because I had like so much stuff with me. I had to put stuff down or whatever. And it was funny. The stall right beside me was watching a video, like catching up on the news or whatever. And then while he was in the middle of, watching his video on the stall right beside me, he flushed. I was like, oh, that's the courtesy flush that Jason was talking about. And then when I got out, I saw him came out of the, like flushalet. But then when he came out, I had such a good laugh because it was a security guard taking his break inside the toilet, watching awesome. his news or catching up on the news. And it reminded me of you because it was like, magandang gabi, mga kabayan. Susunod sa ating
So this was recently.
Couple of weeks ago when we were having a quick lunch.
This episode was supposed to be like Tagalog 2.0. Ano nangyari? Mahirap eh. I was trying. I was really trying.
You didn't formally announce it that hindi mo sinabi sa akin. I was just going with the flow with how you were.
Yeah, I know. Let's next episode, let's do that. Let's try that again.
In honor of what, Asian Heritage Month?
As of May 1st, it's Asian Heritage Month. Asian Heritage Month here in the US. So
is that a new thing? I never heard of that before.
It's been around a while, but it's like, a lot of Filipino festival, Korean festival, Chinese festival, whatever. It's Asian Heritage Month. So it's the entire month of February.
When it's May here, I think of, Labor Day is on the first week of, oh my gosh. Can I just share this quick story with you? I don't know if you've heard about it. There was another like power outage at the Manila International Airport.
No,
this is like the second or third electrical problem that they had. And so because of that, there were flights again that were delayed, canceled.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine you're at an international airport and you have electrical problems?
That's scary.
2-3 months. Yeah. So now they're investigating if it was sabotage or if it was really just
like an actual issue.
Old. Yeah. But as far as I understand, that's a new airport, diba?
Anong airport ba yan?
Na NAIA, diba? NAIA. NAIA. Manila International Airport, not NAIA.
It's been around for a while.
Binago nila. So is it the new airport or the old airport?
Or is it Ninoy Aquino?
Ninoy Aquino or wala na rin yun? So I don't even know which airport it is exactly. But the point is, you're running an airport and your reason for why these flights got canceled is because like the generator or some fuse like blows up or what, and wala lang, parang nakakaya lang for me. Magsa-shutdown, they're going to turn everything off when? On the 17th. So some really technical electrical issue going on. They're changing the terminals around, flipping things around. Just funny lang that, it's an electrical issue. So it's like just, back in the days, we used to fly airplanes with paper and pencil, right? Like you could figure everything out without lights.
Yeah.
Now the whole like system screws up because there are no lights.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
makakaasar din naman kasi. Sa Pilipinas, it's like fucking red tape so much.
yeah. No, but just it's just an eye opener for me all of a sudden how
Ah,
everything is reliant on electricity and this digital day and age, and like flip of a switch, quite literally something screws up and everything is screwed up. Di ba?
yeah,
Like
that's true.
before, your calculator dies, you could, write things down on a piece of paper, like do things manually.
Yeah.
Now the whole system is just too much. Na parang I guess it's done in such a way that there's no manual backup plan.
Mm.
Like the whole system is nakakatakot lang. Like something as basic as that can still happen. And circles back to the possibility of China invading 2023, and there's still this threat that a country can just decide to press a button
And everything goes
and
hasta la bye-bye.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping we'd end with the toilet jokes, but
Yeah. I mean, again, you have to bring it down again.
Help me out here. Pull me out.
So, ang lesson dyan, pag pupunta kayo ng SM, pag gusto nyong mag-deposito, doon kayo sa top level.
Doon nyo ako
Para
mahahanap.
kasama nyo yung mga security guard na nag-break. Diba?
At doon nyo ako mahanap.
Doon nyo makikita si Noel. Kung gusto nyo yung autograph, doon nyo hanapin. Sa ibabaw.
I'll be in my office.
Oo. At saka, always remember, courtesy flash lang. Parang awa nyo na. Okay?
Secret ni Noel sa sinihan.
That's my ultimate secret.
All right. Well, I guess that's it for today. So, maraming salamat sa inyong lahat, sa inyong pagtitiwala. Catch us again next time. We truly appreciate everything and for bearing with us. We're gonna get this going and better next time around. Next Saturday, our next episode, we're gonna try to do the Tagalog thing again. I like that. I like speaking in Tagalog. It's actually a little bit more comfortable for me right now. I think it has something to do with, again, the yearning, the need to be home. Does that make sense? Ano ba yan?
Yeah.
No?
Ano na?
Makasabay kaya si Noel sa Tagalog mo.
Okay. Parang tignan mo, parang nagdudugo yung ilong. Nosebleed down, nosebleed. Anyway, again, thanks for tuning in, guys. Appreciate it. We'll catch you in the next time. Again, this is the Flip Side with Jay and Noel. My name is Jay.
I promise I'll try to change my shirt next episode. My name is Noel.
And we'll catch you later.
On the flip side.
Catch us on the next episode on the Flip Side with Jay and Noel. New episodes uploaded on Wednesdays and Saturdays.